Welcome to God's backyard. Not quite how my backyard looks, maybe yours. On a Saturday evening when I have mowed the lawn and picked out the weeds and picked up the broken branches and got it just looking perfect, I often will sit out on my patio and admire it. My backyard appeals to my mind, a sense of order and control. But honestly, I don't spend a lot of time out there in my backyard. I don't think it appeals to my heart. God's backyard, that's another story. It's anything but tame or controlled. It's wild. If you notice that there are trees all over the place, there's brush. If it wouldn't be some deer going through, you wouldn't have any paths at all. There's trees that are broken down and ought to be taken out of there, but they're still there. There's dead trees that have fallen down, and they're still there too. Some gardener might say, "What kind of motif are you going for, God?" And God might answer, "Everything belongs." I think that's very attractive to my heart. Everything belongs. As a mirror of what's going on inside of me, I find this interesting. There's so many things in my inner life, my heart, that I try to pretend they're not there and get rid of them. My fears, anxieties, the dumb things I've done, the brokenness, and even the presence of death. I like to sanitize my life, like my backyard, and think I'm in control, but really I'm not. And all these things that I'm trying to push out of my backyard, they're still there. But here in God's backyard, I'm invited to face them with God, face my fears, my anxieties, my brokenness, to spend some time with that, to listen to how God is saying, and this too belongs. For it's in my fears and my anxieties, and I draw closer to God and I realize just how much I need Him and how real God is to me. In all the goof-ups I make, oh, do I beat up on myself. But looking out in the woods, I realize that God still loves me, and I can love myself too, and I can forgive myself, and I can forgive the world for not being as orderly as my backyard is. It's a wonderfully freeing thing to forgive. Forgive myself, forgive life. And then there are those dead trees. I see them every time I come out here in God's backyard. Don't you want me to clean those up, God? And God says, no, let them be. They're too part of my garden. To walk with death, to know that my days are numbered, to remember that I only have a short time here. Apply myself well, and don't be afraid. In life, in death, the whole garden is God's. And I begin to take that more to heart and to find myself saying, everything belongs. All will be well, and all will be well. I find it a place of blessing to spend some time in God's backyard. How about you?